Yeah, so this is a fun story. I was at work yesterday when I find out that critics are giving Suicide Squad a bad review and that it got like a 32 or 37 on Rotten Tomatoes and that fans are getting too offended by this and
Well,
that they're willing to sign a petition to have Rotten Tomatoes be taken off of the internet.
welcome to 2016.
Oh boy, where do I begin?
If it's only an opinion, no need to shut down any others.
It's like you have to abide what Rotten Tomatoes says. Like this is America. If you think the critics are wrong, then go see the movie and see if they're wrong, or like have your opinion if they're wrong or not. Like you don't need a petition to get rid of Rotten Tomatoes. Like I don't understand people.
That's the job that they do, so you can't shut them down. They'll just bring people out of work. Like, hey, how'd you lose your job? Oh, because people's opinions were heard over a review of a movie.
I know this is ridiculous. Like it clearly shows like this is really the pussification of America. It's
Uh,
just like everybody is offended by words. Everybody's offended by people's opinions. Like if you're offended, then like don't pay any attention to it. Believe what you want to believe. If you think Suicide Squad is gonna be good, then
Go see
then
it.
then then screw what Rotten Tomato says. Go see the movie for yourself and see if you like it.
Yep, and then talk about
I'm gonna like I don't care what the critics say if they're bad. I'm gonna see it anyways.
well,
They
uh,
may be wrong.
yes, and don't always let critics deteriorate. Oh, if a movie's good or bad or not.
Like if a movie determining whether a movie is good or not is not based on fact. It is only an opinion.
Pretty much.
That is a fact. That is only that a
A,
movie
a fact that's an opinion or opinion that's a fact,
that determining whether a movie is good is an opinion.
which is a fact.
Yeah,
It
I know that's a little bit confusing, but that's just like how I
makes
see it.
sense.
But that's like how I see it. I mean, I'm still gonna see it. I'm still gonna pay money to watch Suicide Squad. I'm still gonna give them my money because I feel like the trailers really sold me on watching it.
The marketing for this film has sold you, especially with Jerry Lello.
You almost said Jerry Lawler.
No, I thought I was no, it's actually gonna say Jerry Leto, but no, it's
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Sorry, botched that. But yeah, him being featured. Hopefully, they feature more than 8 minutes than Godzilla. But
Yeah, and to be honest too, like when I heard that Jared Leto was playing the Joker and I saw the first photo of the joke of him like dressed up as the Joker and how they were gonna portray him, I was kind of like, uh,
what? It looks like a parody of
I
like
mean
from
like I wasn't too much of a fan of them making the Joker like a gangster type of where like he has tattoos, completely buffed and like and
no.
grill
Boy, Jared Leto looks
and
skinny.
grills
He
and
looks skinny. He did
well
not look
like
buff.
you know skinny and grills on his teeth. Like I wasn't really feeling that, but then it's like, well, I mean, at least it's different. At least it's not a complete rip off of Heath Ledger. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Heath Ledger's gonna do not Heath Ledger. I think Jared Leto's
He's
gonna.
dead.
I think
Okay.
Jared Leto's gonna do a good job. I think he'll do a great job as the Joker. He definitely will not be a Heath Ledger. He will not. He will not be better than Heath Ledger. I think Heath Ledger like totally raised the bar for being the
He
Joker.
will not be Mark Hamill.
Oh no, definitely not. No, Jared Leto. Yeah, he will not be He'll definitely not be Mark Hamill. There'll only be one person to play an animated Joker, and that's Luke frickin' Skywalker himself.
Pretty Pretty much. Which they also say is the best Joker of all.
It's gotta be either Mark Hamill or Heath Ledger. I don't know which one to choose. Here's the thing: Joker is like my favorite, probably my favorite villain of all time.
No doubt about it.
Because one thing about the Joker is that he is very unpredictable.
You should see
You
his
don't know what.
You should see his origin story.
Yeah, the origin story is interesting.
Oh, you saw the
don't
Killing
know
Joke?
what?
Oh, you're gonna see the Killing Joke?
Oh, I want to see it.
Well, it's
I
on
didn't-
DVD now, so
Yeah, I'll try and buy it on DVD or something.
Plus, I already read the comics, so I already know what happens. But it was
Don't
good.
spoil it. But
I'm not gonna
I wanna,
spoil it.
I want to see it.
But that was something kind of messed up, kind of crazy, but it was worth
But
it.
that's what I'm sure that's what it's supposed to be though. Like Joker's supposed to be messed up, supposed to be crazy.
But you don't
So
even
the
know what it's
story-
about. But just wait, you'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I'll see the Killing Joke one of these days. But yeah, definitely the whole petition thing is stupid. I think it's ridiculous that you need to sign a petition to like silence people for voicing their opinions. Like, doesn't that sound like communism to me?
Mm.
Like, does that not sound patriotic? Like, how is that patriotic? You're silencing people for voicing their opinions. I mean, if you don't like it, why should you care? If you don't like it, don't listen.
Pretty much.
Just you do you, and they'll do them. Like, it's not. Like, how would you like it if somebody silenced your opinion? You said it was good, and then somebody's like, oh, like you write on a website that how would you like it if you wrote on a website that Suicide Squad was, or like a movie or a TV show was so great, it was amazing, you guys, all that, but and then somebody like blocks you or reports you for saying, oh, for like having the opposite opinion and saying that you shouldn't write this, it's bad, you shouldn't write this, nobody likes that. Well, like, that's what we had the internet for freedom of speech, for freedom of opinions.
Yep. We don't even need to get into horror films and how critics think of those.
Oh, well, I mean, I could give a damn what the critics think of horror
Wait,
movies.
you can? You mean you can't?
I can't. I don't give a damn what critics say about horror movies or what they say about like anything I like. I like what I like. I like horror. I love horror movies. I don't care. Like, I know that they have bad acting and like in a little bit of scenarios are a little unrealistic, but I don't care. I want to be scared.
Wait, alright, so would you be so Sharknado made a horror movie, would you watch it?
Made a horror movie.
Yes.
Sharknado?
A Sharknado horror film.
I mean, I'll go for some. If I go for some laughs, then yeah.
So some scary laughs.
It's just like, horror movies are not meant to be like Academy Award winning movies. Even though Silence of the Lambs was a horror movie and that won major Oscars, but other than that, I don't care. Other than that, I don't care if horror movies get Oscars or not. I'll still like it. I'll still love it. I'll still be a fan of it. And it's the same thing with wrestling too. If people tell me all the time that it's like, ask me all the time, why do you watch it? It's fake. Well, so is everything else. If you don't like,
Unless it's a sport.
if you don't like it, yeah, so is movies and TV shows. It's no different. If you don't like that I'm watching it, then you don't have to. Simple.
Yep. Just like the producers, or at least the company, going after the directors, the producers, like, hey, we want you to make these changes. No, I'm the guy that's gonna make.
Yeah.
We're the guys that are gonna make this movie. So let us do it the way we're gonna do it, and don't change anything.
Yeah, you got the whole thing too of like why DC is bad is like, I'm sure the directors and producers are really creative and they could do their jobs well, but it's just the studios being like, no, we want you to do this way, and it turns out bad.
Or at least
'Cause
not
the
as good as it was gonna be.
The studio people are studio people for a reason. is because they can't do what the directors do. They're in the position because the directors are in the position for a reason too, because they can direct and
Nope.
that they can make movies. If they're not confident in choosing those directors, then
No.
they don't choose it.
Then you don't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
No, I'm curious what the Dark Knight Rises could have been like. But then
Yeah,
again,
well, can you imagine what the Dark Knight, a better movie, would have been like?
well, feels like it was good by its own, but what else? How could that movie could have been better?
Look, Dark Knight Rises was pretty good, but
The Dark.
it
Knight.
was not better than Dark Knight. Not better.
Well,
I will choose Dark Knight over anything, any other Batman movie,
well,
unless it really proves to me that it's better than Dark Knight.
well, what could have Dark Knight done? What could have been better to make Dark Knight better? But
I don't think they could have made Dark Knight any better. I think it was perfect the way it was.
with Batman, with Batman versus Superman, since I'm curious to see the Ultimate Edition, not the theatrical version, because of Zack Snyder putting all his creation into that cut, but the theatrical version being what the studio wanted. Like, hey, let's do this, let's do that, and throw that movie. No, let Zack Snyder do his thing, put it in the theater, and do it that way. Same thing with every other movie. It's the director and producer's job to make a movie the best that they can be, without any interference, none whatsoever. It's that
Same
simple.
goes for WWE too. Don't like hinder talent's ability to be like entertaining. That's what they're there to do.
Let them be themselves.
It's so stupid that the studios hire them to do their jobs, but then they don't let them. Like, what do you choose? You want them to do the job or not?
We need them to follow a certain stigma or status quo. No.
Nope.
Well, I guess no reason to really complain about, hey, if a movie, or at least no reason to really complain too much of, hey, if a movie is successful but doesn't get that good of a response, or even has a good response, automatically sequel comes.
For what?
If a movie does good, but the response is either good or bad, another sequel comes regardless.
Yeah. Again, it's all about how they do financially too. That's like, I think they're number one. It's not just like how like story progresses and anything. They could care less about that. If they do good financially with a movie and it becomes like a big hit, then regardless whether the people think it's good or bad, they're gonna make a sequel.
Ugh.
That's just how it goes.
Oh,
They're not in the business to tell. For them, they don't care about stories or being creative or anything. They're in it to make money. That's the bottom line.
Unfortunately.
Now, don't get me wrong. Some people, like almost everybody in the entertainment business is there to make money. But there are some that don't. There are some that are in it not just because of the money, but because they love what they do. Like Edge, like I'll give you an example of wrestling. Edge, why did he become a WWE superstar? To make money? Yes. Because he loved the business? Yes. And like I'm sure other actors too.
I'm sure Styles. Almost anyone that's watched Hulk Hogan was like, yeah, I want to do that.
Or anybody that was a wrestling fan, growing up.
Zach Gallen.
Like people would, like, I'm sure, like if somebody says to you, somebody famous, a wrestler or an actor or whoever, says that they're not in it for the money, is completely ridiculous. Because and it's completely not a BS. Because if they were not truly in it, not in it for the money, then they wouldn't cash their paychecks. Then they would not have the life, the luxury of being in mansions and cars and everything.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, you got a text.
No, I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
And I guess that pretty much wraps it up.
Yep.
Yep, good podcast, good reviews of Raw and SmackDown, and a little bit of movie controversial.
Yeah. So hopefully, one of these days, maybe this weekend, we'll try and see Suicide Squad, and we'll get a review up of this.
Yep. Right. Bye bye.